I found an old photograph in a box beneath the stairs. You were standing in the sunlight with the wind inside your hair. You were 20, maybe younger, with the whole world left to see. And I smiled because that girl there didn't know she'd become me. Oh, girl in the photograph, don't be afraid of time. Some dreams will find another road, and some you'll leave behind. You'll love more than you imagined. You'll lose a little too, but one day you'll look back gently and be proud of being you. There'll be mornings in a kitchen, little footsteps down the hall. There'll be nights you lie there wondering if you gave enough at all. You'll watch the years move quietly through faces that you love, and learn those ordinary days were always more than enough. Tell you where the road goes, or the names of those you'll miss. Some things are meant to find us, some moments simply need to exist. Laugh freely when you're happy, let the tears come when they do. Life won't be just what you dreamed, but it will still belong to you. Oh, girl in the photograph, I wish that you could see the woman in the mirror now still carries you and me. The years have changed our faces, but they never took your light. So keep walking toward tomorrow. You're gonna be alright. I put the photograph back gently and whispered, you did alright. I found your name the other day inside an old address book, beside a number no one calls, and I stopped a while to look. We were young and always certain there was time enough to spare. Funny how we never noticed how quickly life would take us there. I wonder where you are tonight and how the years have been. Do you ever think about those days and who we might have been? I hope that life has treated you with kindness along the way. And if you ever think of me, I hope you smile that way. We talked until the morning came of places we would go. We knew exactly what we'd do, or so we used to know. Then jobs and homes and families led us down our separate roads. And somewhere in those busy years, we simply lost the road. Maybe friendship doesn't disappear just because the years go by. Maybe some people stay with us without a last goodbye. There's nothing that I need from you, no promises to make. Just knowing that you're somewhere is enough for me today. I wonder where you are tonight, and if your hair is gray. Do you still laugh the way you did back in those younger days? I hope you found some peaceful place and someone by your side. And maybe somewhere in your heart, those old days still survive. If we should meet again someday, there'd be no need to explain. I'd simply say, it's good to see you, my old friend. I drove past our old house today. I almost didn't know the place. Someone painted the front door blue, and flowers filled the window space. The little tree beside the driveway is taller than the roof somehow. I remember when we planted it. The children gathered all around. That was the house we called home, where little feet ran down the pictures covered every wall. I thought those days would last forever. I never heard the years move on. Now someone else's lights are shining in the house we once called home. I still can see the kitchen table, crayons scattered everywhere, Sunday breakfast, sleepy faces, morning sunlight in your hair. There were pencil marks beside the doorway, every birthday, every year. We watched those little lines climb higher, never knowing they'd disappear. For years I thought I missed that house, the rooms, the garden and the view. But standing there I finally knew it wasn't walls I held on to, it was voices in the morning, tiny shoes beside the door, all the ordinary moments I didn't know I'd miss before. That was the house we called home. But home was never wood or stone. It was every meal we shared together, every night we weren't alone. The house belongs to someone else now, and that's alright. I've come to know, because everything that made it home is still with me wherever I go. I started up the car and took one final look, then smiled and drove away. There were shoes beside the doorway, little coats upon the chair, half a breakfast on the table, toys and crayons everywhere. Someone always needed something, someone always called my name. I was tired more than I remember, but I'd live those days again. When the children were small, the house was never still. There was laughter down the hallway, little footsteps on the stairs. I kept waiting for the quiet, for a moment of my own. Funny how the days I hurried through are the days I miss the most. bedtime stories. One more glass of water, please. Tiny hands around my fingers, falling asleep beside me. There were school bags in the morning. There were pictures on the wall, and I thought they'd stay that little. I suppose we always do. The shoes got bigger, and the voices slowly changed. Doors began to close more often, and their dreams called them away. I was proud to watch them leaving. That's what raising children means. But nobody ever tells you how quiet a home can be. When the children were small, I never knew how fast all those ordinary mornings would become the distant past. Now the hallway stays much quieter, and the tables clean at night. But sometimes I would give anything to hear them call my name. So if your house is noisy tonight, and you're wishing for some peace, listen for a little while. One day you may miss that sound. Sunday morning, 8:30. Sunlight through the kitchen blinds. You pour the coffee like you always do, and leave the stronger cup for mine. You read the paper by the window. I watch the steam rise from my cup. We don't have much to say this morning, but somehow this is love enough. Sunday morning coffee, your hand resting next to mine. We used to talk about forever. Now forever looks like this sometimes. No roses on the table, no promises left to prove. Just you across the kitchen, and all these years with you. There were days we barely made it. There were words we shouldn't have said. Nights we turned away in silence, each one staring from our side of bed. But morning always found the kitchen, and somehow one of us made tea. Funny how 1,000 little kindnesses became our history. changed a little. There are lines around my eyes. We move a little slower now, but I don't seem to mind. I know the way you take your coffee. You know when I need some space. After all these years together, love has learned a quieter way. Sunday morning coffee, the whole house soft and still. There were so many dreams we chased, and some we're chasing still. But if someone asked what love is, after all that we've been through, I'd point across this little table and quietly say, you. The coffee's getting colder, the morning's moving on. You look at me and smile, and I smile back. I was standing in the kitchen with the morning coming through, reaching for an old white cup the way I always do. And for a moment I just stopped there. Something caught me by surprise. The hands that held that cup somehow looked like my mother's in my eyes. Hands, I see them now in mine. A little older, a little worn, softened by the passing time. They held my hand when I was small, then slowly let it go. I never knew how much they gave back then. I couldn't know. Those hands would button up my coat and brush the hair out of my face. They made our meals and washed our clothes and kept the little things in place. I hardly ever noticed them. I thought that's what mothers do. Now I know how tired they must have been and how their love carried us through. Years ago, I thought that growing up meant learning on my own. But every year I understand more things she must have known. How love can live in ordinary things, a meal, a touch, a light left on, and how you give without remembering, long after the day is gone. My mother's hands, I see them now in mine, the same small It's the same soft skin, just further down in time. And when these hands hold someone close, or wipe a tear away, maybe something of my mother's love is living here today. I look down at my hands again and smiled at what I saw. For just a little moment, I was holding hers. Tea, a glass of wine. Someone told the same old story. Someone laughed before the end. And once we started laughing, we could hardly breathe again. We laughed until midnight about nothing much at all. Someone's foolish little romance, someone waiting for a call. We thought we'd always be together, we thought we'd never change. Funny how those ordinary nights are the ones that still remain. We talked about the men we'd marry, the places we would see, who would have the biggest family and who we'd someday be. We promised we'd grow old together, still laughing just the same. Then life began to scatter us to cities far away. Of children, of aching knees and reading glasses. Someone says, where did the years go? And everybody laughs. The faces round the table changed, but something stayed the same. Give us tea and half an hour, and we're 20 once again. We laughed until midnight, and maybe we still could, about the things that went all wrong, and all the things that turned out good. The years have taken many things, but here's what they forgot: the sound of old friends laughing at something we've already forgot. So here's to all those foolish nights, and friends who knew us when, before we learned to be so serious. Maybe we should do that again. Your bedroom door, the way I've done 1,000 times. The morning light was on the floor, your old notebook still stood in line, a faded picture on the wall, a sweater hanging on the chair. Everything was where it used to be, except you weren't there. The room at the end of the hall is quieter than before. No music playing late at night, no footsteps through the door. I used to ask you, turn it down. I used to call, it's getting late. Now sometimes I stand outside your room and miss the noise you made. I remember packing up your things the morning that you left. You tried so hard to look grown up. I tried my best not to be sad. I said, call me when you get there. You smiled and rolled your eyes. Then I watched you drive away from home and waved until you disappeared. For a while I kept your room the same, as if you'd be back soon. Then slowly I began to understand the meaning of an empty room. A mother's job was never meant to keep a child at home. We spend our lives preparing them to find a road of their own. The room at the end of the hall is still a part of home, but now I see its emptiness means you have finally grown. So I'll leave the window open, let the afternoon come through, and when I pass that quiet room, I'll smile and think of you. Maybe an empty room isn't something that we lose. Maybe it's what love looks like when it learns to let go. There were mornings full of laughter. There were nights I couldn't sleep. There were promises I carried. There were some I couldn't keep. There were roads I chose to follow. There were turns I didn't plan. Looking back across the years now, I think I finally understand. It was a beautiful life, not because it all went right. There were days filled up with sunshine. There were tears I cried at night, but every road became a story. Every scar became a part of me. It wasn't always easy, but it was a beautiful life to me. There was breakfast in the kitchen, little shoes beside the door. There were children growing taller till they didn't need me anymore. There was coffee with the one I love, old friends I sometimes miss, and my mother's hand still somewhere in the way I live like this. If I could have another lifetime, I wouldn't ask to change too much. Maybe I'd worry just a little less and linger in each touch. I'd listen when the house was noisy. I'd stay longer with my friends. I'd tell the people that I love them before the moment ends. It was a beautiful life, and there's beauty in it still. There are mornings yet to wake to. There are dreams I'm dreaming still. I don't know how far the road goes, and I don't need to know tonight. I've been loved and I have loved, and that has been a beautiful life. So when the evening finds me and the daylight starts to fade, I won't ask where all the years went. I'll simply say, thank you. It was beautiful. I used to keep a list of things I'd do when I had time, places I would go someday, little dreams that once were mine. Then life became so busy, there was always someone there. Someone needed dinner, someone needed me to care. There's still time to open another door. There's still time to want a little more. Not to turn the years around or be who I was then, just to find the parts of me I'd like to meet again. Children have their own lives now. The house is mostly still. Morning comes a little slower, and I finally have time to fill. At first the quiet frightened me. I wondered who I'd be when no one needed quite so much of everything take that train alone. Maybe I'll call an old friend or grow flowers of my own. Maybe I'll pick up that old guitar and learn a song or two. Not because I have to prove a thing, just because I want to. There's still time for mornings I've not seen. There's still time for one more little dream. I don't need another lifetime. I don't need to start again. I only need tomorrow and the courage to begin. So I'll leave one page unwritten and see what comes along. I'm not finished with my story. There's still time. There's still